Friday Night Marketing! We're gonna rock! We're gonna roll!
Oh, I had to turn my volume down. That's
Come on, join the show now. It's about to unfold. Get raw, get real, get results now. We're the latest steel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. Get real, get results now. We're the latest steel, making waves loud.
I think you put it in chat. I'm going to put it on screen. What do you expect me to do that?
Friday night, brand new fight.
It's like having this camera up your arse tomorrow. I've actually had that done. It's not the camera that hurts, it's the film crew that goes
in the spotlight, feel the fever. Every pitch and quest. Dreams are big, get bigger tonight. Push the limits, reach new heights. So grab your seat, don't blink an eye. 'Cause Friday night we'll touch the sky.
They don't use film anymore. They just fly something like the Hubble Space Telescope up there.
And now, welcome! It's time for Friday Night Marketing Raw!
Stoner Crows, I never know a night like it, and I ain't looking forward to the journey home neither. It's Friday Night Marketing Raw. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good night, good tanga. Hello. It's good to be here. Eddie's there working on some projects. Kurt's there working on a bottle of vodka that he's pretending is water. And yeah, we know really.
With my day, yes, I've had a shitty day.
And Tom Clark, who is looking forward to having a camera go up his jacksie tomorrow, has done a really cracking bonus for a product called Secret AI Pod Profits. And I actually shared his bonus out on my Facebook wall because it's so good. So there you go. If you haven't yet bought AI Pod Profits, you can go get it through Tom's link if you want. You'll get a cracking bonus. He's giving away his Mug Empire report, which he sells for more than $17, and he's worth every fucking penny. And like the front end of our product is less than 10. So if you buy our product, which is worth it anyway, you're also getting a product worth almost double what we're selling it for from Tom. Yeah. What a bargain. Anyway, there you go. It is good to be here on a Friday night. I'm pumped up. It's been a good week. It's so many marketing experimental things going on at the moment. It's fair to say that some of the stuff that Kurt's been looking into fired my imagination, and I would fire back to Kurt, and then Kurt would go, "Oh, we could do that," and then we've really been kicking. I love how sometimes if we can get that spark going, we just fan that into a flame through discussion, and that's really what's happened. And we've only scratched the surface of that, some of the stuff we're playing with. Kurt has run into a joyful problem with his mail provider, but that's another story. I don't know whether he wants to talk about that or not, so that's entirely up to Kurt.
Not at the moment, because I don't know if it's gone forever.
You want to wait and see what happens. Yeah, exactly. So we will maybe talk about that in the future. Other stuff we're going to talk about tonight. Well, I mean, and it isn't just us. Please, the link's going along the bottom there. We dropped it in the chat. You don't have to just comment on YouTube. You can come and join us. Have a chat with us. Tell us what you've got going on. Tell us what you're doing in internet marketing land. Otherwise, it's just us telling you what we're doing, and people will think we're trying to make this a pitch fest, and we're really not.
No.
Right. One thing. I just want to mention this. I was looking around the interwebs because we've been looking at different mail solutions and different things for different purposes. I have multiple autoresponder accounts for different niches and things because some work better in some niches than others. To be honest, I'm still questionable whether one of the ones I'm using for IM is actually the right choice at the moment. So we've been looking at some other things. One idea for a delivery thing was we worked out an automation process, and a product came up that said, "Oh, this can take a Google Sheet, which we know we can create behind the scenes automatically with automations, and mail out using a Gmail account." And we're like, that sounds quite good. It's called Mail Rocket. It's an AppSumo deal, and it implies that you get all the premium features. You really don't. It can just do the mass mail thing. Anything else, you click on and you have to upgrade for $9.99 a month after paying the upfront fee. It does just mass mailing to a thing, go through it once. That's all. You can schedule. Apart from that, you can't do auto follow-up. You can't put any automation in it. You can't. I
have
free things that are out there, like the free version of GMass or whatever it's called.
Right. But I'm looking at it for other reasons. If you know what email enrichment is, it is a process of gathering information about the person email that you have, gathering more information, first name, last name, what they do, their whatever. Mail enrichment is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put that into the Google Sheet and then use it. It's good for cold outreach. I'm going to say it right now. It is probably the best thing to do for cold outreach.
Probably is. I don't do cold outreach. So, and that's a personal choice. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. But for the way I've always done business is I don't do things that I fucking hate. Just decided I didn't want to be part of the problem. I'll be part of the solution. If I don't like something, I won't take part in it. Right. I hate cold outreach mails. They just spam, I delete them. That's the end of it. So, if it's a genuine outreach, it wouldn't be that cold. I don't mind someone reaching out by email for the first time ever asking questions, but these blanket bullshit things you get, I just get deleted.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to be the person mass sending that sort of bullshit to. So I don't. But like I say, that's a personal choice. I'm probably leaving millions of dollars on the table. But you know what? I sleep very well at night. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Mind you, so there's a spam mailer who's sleeping on millions of dollars every night, I suppose. So, wherever your moral compass is, there's no right or wrong.
No, there's just moral and immoral.
Yeah, that's right. There's legal and illegal.
Oh, now we're getting to it.
Well, if you want to really go to the letter of the law, you can do all the cold outreach you want. There's not really anything I can do. But the question is, and always remains, how effective is it? And I agree, in some industries, in some niches, if you work in some industries, they expect it. Cold outreach is how they find their suppliers, how they find that but most of the stuff I do, which is selling digital content to consumers rather than to other business. I do sell to some other business people, but predominantly the individual buys. So it's business B2C selling. And if you are in the business to consumer market, I'm sorry, cold outreach is shit. Yeah, Volker's right. It's information distribution, not spam. You can dress it up any way you like. And the thing is, I would actually say, okay, you know what? Screw my own prejudices and all of that. If cold outreach, if someone could really show me decent results, good results for the type of things I sell using cold outreach, I would consider it. But everyone that has attempted to so far has failed miserably. For example, No Limit Emails went on their webinar type. It's not a webinar, but they do a video every night on YouTube, like 10 o'clock about the time now. They'll probably be doing one now. And they're all on there. You can go back over them. And so I sat through several of them because what I was trying to get was actual stats. Because all they were telling me were how many emails I could send. Well, it doesn't matter, right? I could send 1 billion. I could send a quintillion. I could send infinite emails. But if their shit are not getting opened, read, acted on, they are doing me no good, right? So I wanted to know. But a few times you're able to pause the videos and see the campaigns that they ran the day before that. They're mailing out 300,000 people, getting 0.01% open rate. That's the open. That's before you can get a click through. And I can't tell you how many clicks because I couldn't see a screenshot that had that information on it. But do the maths yourself on a cold outreach thing. You're going to mail 300,000 people. Well, over a month on their program, you mail 1 million people. Okay, great. 0.01 to 0.03% open rate. That's just the initial open. They tell you in their own training, you have to warm these people up. So don't try sending them right away. You need to send a sequence of about 4 or 5 emails. Well, I'm sorry. I think by the time you've put them through that, you've lost anyone that had any. You've lost a 1 person, 2 people. You might make the odd sale, but on those statistics, it's useless. On those statistics, I'm not. I don't think you would be proving what I'm saying wrong. I'm saying on their stats and on what they show on their webinars and their figures, you can do the maths yourself and work out you can't be making any money, right? I know what things convert at. So I know I'm getting the open. If I then get the click, and if it's warmed up, and if it's the right target, and if it's this, and if it's that, they're putting 1 million people in, getting a fraction of 1% to even open, and then what? And I keep asking. I've asked on every webinar. Well, can you give us some indication of the click through? Can you give us some indication of what you send them to and what money you actually made from it? And like, oh, we don't want to give financials out. And I'm like, okay, great. So I'll do it myself because they're promoting some Warrior Plus stuff. Some of the emails they show in their videos, you can see what they're promoting. So I went to that vendor's, that affiliate's rather's profile on Warrior Plus and saw fuck all sales over fuck all time over a long time over. And I'm like, so you're not making anything? Yes, you can send 1 million emails. So effing what? Like I say, it doesn't matter how many you send. And I've never yet been convinced that for what we do, cold outreach is a particularly good thing to do for the kind of stuff I sell. I'm sure there are industries if you're selling particular things. But one thing that makes me laugh, actually, is I've got some old email accounts that I, occasionally log into and have a look. And they're full of spam. You go in the spam folder and I start looking down it and see what I'm getting pitched. I've never shown an interest in forklift trucks yet. There's spam for forklift. How many billion emails do they have to send out blind in the hope they've hit somebody's desk who's vaguely interested at that time in buying a forklift truck? doesn't already know where to get one from, and so goes, oh, thank goodness that cold email turned up from someone I've never heard of. I'll buy one from them. Like, that can't work almost ever, can it? That's just how ludicrous these people are that think mass mailing cold email is doing it. That sort of thing is just stupid. You're just costing yourself money and wasting bandwidth. Slowing the internet down for the rest of us.
You're a drag on the internet.
Yeah.
The
ones in their webinar, they supply them. They supply them. And where do they get them from? They harvest them and run them through a cleaner.
They scrape.
And even though I wasn't, at one point I thought, well, maybe it's just our software is not getting the best deliverability. So we approached them. We approached and said, we might be interested in buying emails to try something with because I'm not opposed to trying something as a test. And we got sent 1,000, didn't we, Kurt, that were apparently already pre-cleaned. So yeah. I loaded up an email cleaner of my own that I've got, not an expensive one, and I chucked the list into it. So many of them were either undeliverable. There were some spam traps on there. There were some. So no, I don't know what cleaning they're doing on their thing. They claim they got built-in cleaning, but it's rubbish. It's not as good as Rion email cleaner, which I got off AppSumo. So they're just scraped addresses. They just give everyone a million of them and say, go on, do this. And then they do this thing for 30 days where they mail more and more people. And at the end of it, they go, congratulations, here's a certificate saying that you've mailed over 1 million people. Yeah, great. Well done. You've cluttered up the internet. There's a black box on the screen and it might be...
Yeah, it's a black box. I accidentally deleted my brick wall.
Wow. There we go. So now the lights really are out.
So light off. Sorry, I missed the from my last comment in the channel up to now. I missed what you said, but probably you just ranted.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's Friday. I'm in a mood. I'm in a good mood, but I'm in the rant mood. Let's go. What have we got?
Okay. When you say cold outreach, what is in the mind of most people is you get some emails from somewhere and you send it out and you make money. That couldn't be further from the truth.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah, what it is. And one of the few things I could do in the last 6 months is building back up email outreach. And what I did like the last 25 years. I have my own mail servers running on my own software. And there are enough co-rec possibilities where you can get email from.
Co-registration is making a big comeback.
Most of them are really shitty. So you have to have a cleaner. There was a good offer on AppSumo lately for quite a good cleaner. Still in its infancy, but better than most of the guru cleaners, which you get in for $1 million per month. I think it was it 250, 350, something like that, which is really, really good. So now you have, always assuming you have the ability and the knowledge to send out mass emails, you are sending to those people.
If you were to want to set up, like say you were starting from fresh today, you've got the knowledge you've got, you're starting completely from ground zero, you're going to start building a list, I know you can just go sign up for services, but if you wanted to do it, say, well, let me ask you, would you either go with one of the really well-established services? Would you install software on your own server and run that and warm up the IP? And if so, which software would you use at a preference?
It's very simple. I can tell you even the software I'm using, basically without the tweaks. If you go over to Code Canyon, you will find two, well, I wouldn't say standard things, standard software. One is MailWiz, that's what WA is using, for example,
Right.
and the other one is a Cell Email, that is what I'm using. One about $60 or something like that if you want to have it for your own thing.
Oh, sorry, what MailWiz, and what was the other one called that you used?
A Cell Email, ACELLE.
Cool.
Using them for several years now. They always update. They're really good.
And this is a PHP script?
It is.
Nice.
It basically is, well, about 50% of those one-time autoresponder, they, yes, recently, yeah, but yeah, the current version is still good enough that you can go with. And if not, you have Claude, where you can say, when you know which file needs a bit of an update, you can run it over and have some small corrections on that. So it doesn't matter. You need basically you need a software which handles the send out. What you now need, so that's your mothership, call it this way. Now you need mail servers.
Right.
When you do cold outreach, you cannot do any service like Sendinblue or Amazon
Assume
SES
for a moment I'm not doing cold outreach. Assume that I'm getting legitimate opt-in still. So because for what I've got in my head at the moment, I am. So what mail server would you use if you're doing proper opt-in emailing and only mailing your buyers and established people? And then which would you use if you were doing cold outreach? Now we've covered it for anyone.
Basically, it's the same. The hardware setup is the same. It's just the use where you do it. Use any. What you get now is you need a mail server. If you go to Contabo, they have basically the cheapest mail servers around, and they tolerate that you use it as a mail server, which is a basic thing. Most V servers, I'm paying around $5 per server per month. And then you have to set it up because this thing is only for mailing.
Right.
So I'm going with Hestia to set up. Hestia is a kind of open source cPanel, just to set up a subdomain of my domain I want to send out with. Subdomain, why, Kurt, you explained it already in Society 11 while you use MailerLite, because with a subdomain, you separate this mail server from your other
services,
mail servers and other services and your main domain.
Yeah.
So now you have basically a hosting for your subdomain. And with that hosting, Hestia CP, there is one IP address that comes with a vServer. That's 100%. Per vServer, you can mail around 250 to 300,000 emails a day when warmed up. Wouldn't go further.
Which company is that?
Contabo. Or you mean the server management type?
The SMTP bit.
Yes, it's an HestiaCP, hestiacp.com. Like every server management tool, it has POP3 and SEMPTY already on board. So you're basically on that main server, you are doing a mail account, a standard mail account. And then you are sending from your mothership your mails to your mail server, and that's it. There's, of course, way more than fine-tuning on it with the RTPs and all that. But Google has made, and most of the recipients are Gmails. Google has made a switch from putting the emphasis from the IP to the domain. So even if, because on lots of MaaS services or MaaS hostings, they have one IP, and if they put that IP on the blacklist, they're hitting one guilty party and 2,000 innocent ones. So they're putting a little bit more emphasis on the domain now. So that's the basic setup in very short, in a very short explanation, how to set up a mail server. It's not rocket science.
Right.
Nice. Boom, look at that value on Friday Night Marketing Raw tonight, eh?
Yeah.
But that's not what people tune in for, is it? What people want to really know.
Oh, that one.
George Wigan, given David Kirby his money back yet.
No, of course he hasn't. That would have been ridiculous. And that was.
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
There we go.
Yeah.
We'll let you know if that changes next week.
But now let me go further. Now, if you think now, you have the ability to mail out, and you think you're mailing out offers, and now you're getting rich, even if the email is landing in a possible subscriber's mailbox. Well, it isn't really a subscriber, but it's in the USA, it's called the Can Spam Act and not the Can't Spam Act for a reason. So now you have the chance that a person is looking at your offer and signing up. After the person has signed up, you have to warm it up. You have to warm your subscriber up the very classical way. Then the work starts. It's not finished. I've sent over to Kurt some clicks in the recent day. I have no idea how many signups, because with that setup from the test he did, there is no possibility to put a tracking pixel.
Correct.
But at least you got clicks.
This is true. And I think I got a few people to click even more.
But that was not directly cold outreach. That was traffic from services like, I even don't dare to say it, My Legion Secret.
Right.
They have propped up the game a little bit. And from safe lists and all that cheap, in quotation mark, traffic sources. And this is really working well. what I did, for example, with Rita on that topic is I taught her to use SafeList to build up a traffic list by offering a free traffic rotator. And the last 2 weeks we were playing around a little bit. That list is not very big. It has around 250 active members. And then we tried to put some affiliate links into it. And we tried it with Steve's offer. Got some traffic, so the click-through rates were good, but no sales. We tried it with
his offer was converting really well.
Yeah, I know, but let me finish. We tried it with your offer, around 25, 30 clicks, no sale. We put a traffic offer in, around 40 clicks, $80 commission, so 79 cents, because that's what this targeted group wants. Now guess our next step. We are building up targeted groups from that bulk traffic for PLR, for AI, for business ops, whatever, because that
Hello? Did we lose him?
He was sharing too much information. They had to cut him off.
Someone silenced Folke. He was giving away too much.
He was giving away too much. He had to have been silenced.
No, I wasn't silenced. My internet connection broke up for some seconds.
No. You don't understand. They did it. They silenced.
Oh, they. Capital letters.
Who we're talking about.
Okay.
We can't say the name out loud on here. That's
no.
Cause the demise of the IM pub. Let's not get into those. Us revealing conspiracy theories for what they really are. That's what got us in trouble. And so
that's the reason why the original IM pub died.
We don't talk about Australia anymore for obvious reasons.
No.
But I might see a black helicopter approaching.
Australian Central Standard Time, something like that. I don't know.
So that in a few words is how you do email marketing. You get bulk traffic from wherever you can take it and refine it, and then you refine the refined traffic, and so on. And the only tool basically you need for it is a laptop, a bit of clicking grease, and lead sleep. Free account works. So you don't want to mess up with for example, Google Analytics for several reasons. If you work with SafeList, for example, the average time gross time you have there is 10 seconds. So then it needs a little bit that your page is loading, because almost all SafeLists are working with frames.
Yeah.
So your page has to be loaded into the frame. That means you have to kill everything that makes your page slow.
Or use Snapify.
Or use Snapify, or use Lead Sleep, or use whatever, but have it clean HTML, lean and clean. Then your page is there on the second. You have to have bold headlines. As I said, you have maximum 8 seconds to get a message over. There is no way you can put a 30,000 word long copy to be read. And again, you are not being here to make sales. The use of safe lists and bulk traffic is to build up your email list, your double opt-in email list, and nothing else. When I look at all that shit that I'm seeing each day, everybody is trying to do and advertise some systems.
Of course, that's what sells.
No.
I sell it.
No. If you're the owner of the system, of course, then you have enough sheep to pay you. But have you taken your Parkinson pills today, Kurt, or are you still? No.
I don't have enough money yet to take
you
part.
build up your email list. Because we have 2024. I started going full-time in 1999. And one thing has never changed. The money is in the list. And like Marlon in a few days ago, it's exactly that. The money is in the list. The list, of course, the warmer the list or the hotter the list is, the better it is. The more interaction you have, the more clout you have with your list, then your list is more responsive. But
I know that the truth is that the money is in the relationship we have with the list, but unless you have the list in the first place, you can't have that relationship.
Exactly. And if Kurt would finally release the list fairy out of his basement, then probably some other people could have lists too.
Kurt's muted. Is that deliberate?
That's his best status ever.
And that's the way it's going to be.
Exactly.
Not giving up the list fairy.
Yeah, that's the reason of your success. You hold the list fairy hostage.
That's it.
And milk her every day.
She likes it.
You know what I really want to know, Kurt?
What's that?
The stakes are so high now. Who wants a potato? It's time to find out now. Are you ready to show?
Okay, well, Ellie has chatted and said, not me. Do you want a potato, Kurt?
Not today.
No.
My nose is too stuffed up for
a potato. Okay, and I'm not fussed this week, so there we go. That was Who Wants a Potato. I think it still needs work, but send your suggestions in. Answers on a postcard.
I think it needs a little bit more salt and pepper.
To Who Wants a Potato, Planet Earth, the interwebs, UK, and just post it. It'll get to us. Or email us at noreply@gmail.com. Right.
That's a great email. I'm just telling you.
That's just one of my many Gmail accounts. Of course, my professional one to look good is president@gmail.com. Because if you want to get taken seriously, being ganjamonkey69@gmail.com is not the way to go.
Oh, you can do better than that.
Oh, I thought it was Honeysuckle278. Have I been spammed and scammed? Oops.
So there we go. Lots of information on mailing and don't. If you get Rocket Mail, just know it just does a mass mail to a list and go through it. That's it. You can't do any other stuff unless you pay them more money. That was exciting. What else were we talking about this week? Anything? I mean, we could talk about the camera that's about to go up Tom's ass, but I don't think anyone wants to hear about that.
To boldly go where no man that we
Tom Clark would like a potato, but he's not allowed to eat for 25 hours. So you got to keep the passageway clean for the camera crew.
Hey Tom, are you taking the go lightly? Miralax, something like that?
I think
is it making sure that you're gripping the toilet tight? Let us know in the comments below.
I had to have the thing where I had a camera go up, but before that, I also had another thing where I was putting a machine. I did that barium swallow. That was the worst thing ever.
Probably we can turn Tom Clark into a potato gun, putting the potato exactly there, that and then put all those things he has to take in that, and then it explode a bit.
Well, Ellie, I'm going to have to investigate these bundles that you're discussing. I've heard of giveaways before, but bundles, that's a little bit different.
It's another way of doing co-reg, Kurt, is what it is.
I know it is.
Yeah.
And this is another thing that we've been talking about a little bit behind the scenes. We found out some really cool co-reg stuff that won't get you in trouble, won't cause you, and works incredibly effectively. And we will be no doubt bringing out some course or information in the near future on that. We're doing extensive testing of our own at the moment.
Yeah, co-regs are they do make a comeback. The funny thing is, after I sold the business beginning of the year, the very old thing, those things we already did, at least Andy and I have no idea when Ellie and Kurt started. In the beginning of the 0 years, they start to work really well again. So please, nobody is going to bring back e-circles or something like that.
No.
Uh,
No, that was just an example of marketers totally ruining something. Which we always do. How far can we take it? We can take it so far it's fucked.
But I have good thoughts on them, because they were the reason. E-circles was my first mail provider. They did. It was the first way I made money when ClickBank sent me my first check. I had to put it in a frame over my desk because, of course, I set the bar as low as possible with $25. And then I went to the bank and they told me, yes, if you want to check that in, I have to. Then you have to give me another 5 marks because it's more expensive to check in the check than just to put it on a frame. So then I put it up to $100, and the next checks ClickBank sent me, I could check in. It was around 30 Deutschmarks at that time. Now it's still around 15 euros. So that's one fee that hasn't been raised that much. But who uses checks except for Americans?
Yep.
Are checks a thing in Israel, Ellie? Just thumbs up or thumbs down?
I haven't written a check. I had a checkbook for years. When I moved to Shaftesbury, I opened a new bank account here with a bank that was actually in the town, and that's just a card, and that they don't have a checkbook. No one writes checks anymore, do they?
The last mid-90s. In the mid-90s, I used checks last time when I was in the computer hardware business, and then you got a delivery from UPS, and you had to hand out a check on when you receive it, but that's all.
I think back in 2015, I might have written the odd check for the local school for school trip stuff because it was easier than sending in an envelope for the cash. That was about the last time I would have used a check.
Here we're using bank transfers since I have a bank account.
Yeah, it took the UK a while to catch up. We didn't realise you could do things electronically and they didn't have to take forever. Oh, we got things called computers. Oh, maybe we'll use them instead of writing it on bits of paper.
Several years ago, I put a Slavic person in a mailbox just to say the check was in the mail.
And of
Yeah.
course, you write it CHEQU.
Oh, of course, not the,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
lazy crap the Americans do.
Yeah.
But
You mean the check
it doesn't
crap?
matter how you spell it. It still remains the three biggest lies in the world are: yes, of course, I love you. No, I won't come in your mouth, and the check's in the post.
Yeah. Keep sucking. I'm not coming yet.
Wow.
And there we found the level. It took 45
It
minutes
took us
tonight.
45 minutes to get demonetized. Thank you.
That's a new record. We normally do it in the first 10 minutes with drug references and other things. Well, there you go.
Well, at least we didn't do it talking about the war.
No.
Yeah.
And we do mark our stream not safe for kids.
Yeah. And what with your
Dang it,
premium
I forgot
number
to do
voice
that.
again, Kurt?
I don't want to go on that
I'm sorry.
register again.
What'd you say, Volker? My apologies.
Yeah. No. Do you have a cold or whatever?
It's nasal drainage. It's change of the weather. I'm sure it's that and going down to a different state, mingling with other people who I should never mingle with.
Oh, it's the Rona.
If it's the Rona, it's not really that bad. It's just sinus drainage, which sucks.
Yeah. If you want to have a happy, healthy, and long life, avoid people.
Mm.
Good advice.
Here's the problem. My wife is a nurse. She brings home germs every day.
Germs, not Germans.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, we don't want germs. We don't want any Germans coming.
Germs are fine. Forget about the Germans. They're great.
Germs are treatable.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You can change the direction of a germ.
Yeah.
The dog just side-eyed at me whenever I said that.
Yeah. Remind me to ask you a question, Andy, because I tried to call you twice, I think yesterday.
Oh, that was you.
Yes, if there's a 49 on the beginning, it's from Germany, and that's
The problem
probably
is-
me.
Yeah, no, the problem is that I give out my number a lot now. And it's on various things. And I always tell people who I give it out to who are, I say, send me a message on WhatsApp first. When for some reason, I don't have you saved in my phone as Volker. Now I know that's you. I'm going to get my phone, look at the missed call, and actually save your name in there. Because if I don't know who it is, and it's not someone that's told me they're calling, it's nearly always, without fail, a spam call of some kind, especially if it's coming from abroad. So I just don't answer them. But I will.
I'll send you a
Hey,
very classic SMS. Just
If it's coming from Volker, though, it's not abroad. I'm just saying. He's a guy.
Let me get my phone.
I'm here all week.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were busy or probably enjoying life because I've called you from that number before already.
One time I genuinely was busy because I remember it ringing and I hit the decline button because I was on a Zoom call. Because I didn't recognize the number when it came up on the computer, I never bothered calling it back. Let me go and find the thing in my phone now under the calls.
+491.
I got you.
590.
It's the
Yes.
only one from there that's phone. So I'm just. Let's have you in here already under something. No, maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me add. No, cancel that. Create a new contact then. Here we go.
Yeah, I know. Create new contact. I know exactly. You're not going to put Volker in. You're putting something like ignore me in. Quite sure you do.
No,
I did that.
I was just debating whether to turn this and show it. I have actually put your name, but I don't want to flash it properly because your number is on there somewhere. No one would have got it off that.
I did that with my brother once when I was angry and him put that change his name to ignore me.
Yeah, I mean it's bad enough. I'm going to scribble out number on a bog wall later on with something rude and none.
Yeah, you have the famous $5 offers or £5 offers on the local train station because you're not
that's it.
Dane and do it behind Primark.
Yes. Gareth Dane's old advertising technique.
There's a Gareth Dane back on Facebook with some martial arts or something. Yeah.
Oh, that can't be the same.
You're muted. It looks the same, but I have no idea if it is the same. Kurt is still muted.
Yeah, I think he's talking to someone else actually.
Yeah.
It is the same Gareth Dane.
What, in the martial arts?
MMA, yes.
Fuck off. Well, what?
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
What the? I've got to go look him up.
Yeah.
Some fat layers has been replaced with real muscles.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, probably they're still well hidden, but they seem to be there.
Fucking hell.
He's bald now. Just saying.
Yeah.
And he hasn't lost that much weight. Maybe some.
Well, I sent him a friend request because I wasn't connected with him anymore. Because he vanished. He's got rid of his old Facebook account,
Yes,
didn't he?
yes.
Right. So
I inherited 2 or 3 Facebook groups from him. The problem is it's SEO. I have no idea about SEO.
CEO.
you don't have to. Just ask AI to write you some bullshit post in there that sounds good. And then point everyone to a $3,000 course you earn 50% on. That's all you need to do with the Facebook group. Especially if it's a group that aren't paying. If it's a free group, it's like, in the Society 11 Moneymakers, we do this sort of thing. We do a little snippet of the live, and the rest of it is we're just advertising, promoting our stuff to them, and pushing Society 11 all the time. That's all it is. It's a pitch fest.
Yeah. Does it work?
Yes.
Good.
I would say a good percentage of our members come via that group.
Yeah.
They stick around for a while, some of them, watch little bit snippets here and there, see the other, and then they want to know what they're missing out on, and they do come across and join, and some stick around, some don't. That's fine. That's every membership model.
And here we are back with what is more important in 2024 than ever is know, like, and trust.
Yes.
Because it's nearly impossible to get a member for Society 11 with cold traffic.
Yes, it is. But then we wouldn't want members that way. A big part of what we do is that by the time people are joining that, they have been exposed to either Kurt or myself or one of our products, or one of our affiliates has heavily recommended us. That's how we want it done, because it's a membership and the way we've built it. So, yeah, that's exactly how. And, we tuck it on the back end of everything. It's the second upsell on our latest thing. It's always in the funnel on Warrior Plus.
Oh, as usual, yes.
And I don't think we've had any new members of it this time around, but normally we pick up a few. And some of them stick around. Some have stuck around a long time. So, yeah, we just keep doing what we're doing. But we don't. Yeah, we could put a thing, but you know what would happen? We would get so many sign up and immediately cancel off a cold sales letter. No matter how good we do it, it's almost better this way. I prefer them to come in through some other exposure. They've normally had several of my free reports or bought a low entry $7-10 product, whatever. And all of those at the end of them have got recommended resources. And I always list Society 11 in those resources because I genuinely believe in it. And obviously it's part of my product. But if Society 11 wasn't mine, it would be in my recommended resources in the thing. So
I'm that good by myself. Dang.
Yeah. I have a few more questions, but they are not for the open. So probably in 5 minutes, I'm going to ask them.
Well, I think that's a good amount of time to be on, don't you?
Yeah. So what we will do, we are going to call it a night there. We will be back here next week for some more Friday Night Marketing Raw. We're going to go off. We will still be here. If Tom Clark, if you want to click that link in a moment, because you want to come on, but you didn't want to be on camera, but you still wanted to be here, and we've got a private chat in here as well. Feel free to join us. Anyone else that's watching that wants to hop on, they can. We'll probably be here for another half hour or so. So, yeah, that's it. Other than that, see you next Friday. I'm sure we dropped some fucking knowledge bombs today.
Bombs.
Absolute bombs.
Yep.
Too much. Too many.